So in my angling at the moment, I'm trying to be a little bit different to everybody else. I'm fishing a pressured syndicate and they have seen everything. So for me, I'm using the chops. It's done really well so far. I've been pre-baiting a fair amount and I've caught a fair amount as well. So I'm over the moon with the results, and all I'm simply doing is literally pre-baiting with chops. Now it's really simple. I'm cutting them in half. I'm putting about 4 kilos in a bucket and I'm walking around the lake and I'm just catapulting them out down the edge. Now the thing is, I know that they're going to sit on the shelf because once you've chopped them, they've got a flat base to them, so they can't roll anywhere. If they roll over onto their flat side, they don't move anywhere. Mr. Carp comes in, hoovers them up, and I know that I'm going to be able to go back at some point and fish over the top of that bait. Now, I can fish various rigs over that. You can fish butterfly arrangements. You can then go back and bait up whilst you're there with round boilies, or you can use your halves. What it is, it's about tricking the carp, and that's why I use chops so much. It's the same as when we use the crush bait. You want them to keep coming in. You want to keep feeding and feeding and feeding and keep coming back to the spot and finding those little morsels of bait. And it's another reason why I put a load of liquids on there. So that is all the way in the columns of the water, making a massive smell down the bottom, or a taste, whatever it is that's going on in the carp's receptors. So for me, it's all about chop baits at the moment. So let me show you how I do it. It's very simple. I lay my bag on the side of the table or bench, wherever I'm doing it, and I cut a square out. I'm using 18 millers, but we do 3 different sizes: a 14 to 16 mil, a 16 to 20 mil, and then a 20 mil to 26 mil. I'm going to be using the 20 mil today because I've got 18 mil boilies, and it's a very simple process. You scoop them in, fill up the chambers, put it into the slot. You know, if you can't push them because you might have harder boilies, then all you got to do is put it onto the table and push down. It's even easier that way round. Undo the lid on the top, and as you can see, they're all chopped there, and tip them out. You don't go anywhere near the blade. That's a very sharp blade, so don't go anywhere near that. Scoop them up, and I think each chamber holds about 30 boilies, so absolutely loads. Line it up, squeeze it, and done. They don't come out the bottom. There's a blade guard at the bottom there, so you can't get your fingers on the bottom. Just make sure you don't stick your fingers in there because it is sharp. This will probably take me about 10 minutes. I'll get all of these done and this will go in the bucket, and then I'm going to add some liquids to it. Now the liquids are great. The reason I use the liquids on the chops, and I also use them on the full boilies first, is because I like the coating it gives. If you pour them straight into crushed boilies, it absorbs it really, really fast, and you end up using like twice as much liquid as you need. But if you use them on the chops or use them on full boilies, it just gives a nice coat. I mean, because you've got half a bait, you have an open side as well. So where you've got an open side, that release more flavour into the water, or more smell, more scent, whatever it is that the fish are attracted to. And as you can see, they're in various different sizes. So you've got a dead one in half there, that one's more of a 3/4, that one's a 1/4. So every time there is a little bit different. You know, fish are definitely not seeing these. So when you go into these lakes that are mega pressured, whether that be a pressured day ticket or whether it be your syndicate, use something a little bit different that the carp don't see every day, because a little bit of extra effort at home will give you definitely more rewards on the bank.